Hi guys, I'm back with a new video, a new recipe for you guys tonight. Welcome to my live. My name is Myrna, and tonight and tonight's dinner that we're going to be, our preparation is going to be chuck steaks, marinated and cooked with white wine vinegar. Okay, and it's made with grapes. It's grape and tangy flavor. Okay, so we got that here in our little cup. Then we got our lemon juice here. Got our seasoning and meat tenderizer. Okay. Also, I'll be chopping up some onions to go with that. And then over here, I'm warming up the pots, but I think I should turn them off. Okay, over here, we're making our Puerto Rican rice. I've made this before, but I'm going to show you again. It's arroz con gandules. See, here's the gandules, which is pigeon peas. And we've got our tomato sauce, our sofrito, which this is the main ingredients. This is the spices that we use for Puerto Rican food. And then we got our water already measured. Each bottle measures out evenly to, 2 bottles of water measures out evenly to 4 cups of water. We got capers, we got our green Spanish olives, and 2 cups of rice. And then of course, our Puerto Rican seasoning, Goya, adobo. And the rice will be prepared with oil, a little bit of oil. And so let's get started. We gotta chop up some onions. So. All right, so let's get started. I'll wash my hands. I had washed them already, but I'll wash them again just so you guys can see that my hands are clean and everything is sanitary. Okay, so first I'm going to start on the rice. So I'm going to leave this to a side because the rice takes longer to cook than the meat. Okay, so let's turn on our stove. And I'm going to put medium heat. We're going to pour just a little bit of oil in the pan. And put this over here once I'm done. Then we're going to let that oil warm up. And as that oil warms up, I'm going to chop onions. I'll just take them off the cutting board. Excuse me, cameraman. Let's Facebook for you. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know in the comments. So you're gonna cut your onions in thin circles like this. See? Cut a few more. I can always put the leftovers away. Just to make sure I have enough to cover the steak. Okay, I think that should be okay. All right, so let's get started on the rice. All right, guys. So, what did I do with my plastic spoon? Go. First, after putting our oil in there, we're going to add our sofrito. I'm going to sofreírlo. I'm going to stir fry it a little bit up. Like this. Just like that stuff. This came off the pan. Anyway. So there. And then you're going to add your tomato sauce. And you just let it stir up like this. And next, we're going to add, please don't do that. No, I know what. Why do you do this to me when I'm live? You'll have to excuse me, guys. Okay. So then we're going to add 2 teaspoons of capers, which looks like this. You're not allowing it to see in the shadow. Not enough light. So then I like to put 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10 olives. Or however many you like. These are your olives. I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay. Stir that up to a boil. And you're going to add your gandules. And mind you, the secret to your rice with gandules is do not throw your juice away from the can. Throw the whole contents in there, okay? Because that's what's going to give it flavor. Stir that up in there. Okay, let that simmer a little bit. Oh shoot, I forgot to do my meat. Got ahead of myself. Oh wow. I'll just fry it up in a little pan and add it in there. Guys, I forgot to one step of my rice, but it's okay, we can get it. Okay, let me cut this up, move this over. Okay, and what I was supposed to do in the beginning, I'm sorry, we're backtracking a little bit, was dice up some pork stew meat into small little pieces. And then you fry it and add it to the rice. It just adds a little flavor to the rice. It just has so much fat. Chunk of meat has so much fat on it. I'm trying to cut around the fat. Okay, get rid of this fat. Just a little bit of oil into this pot so that it can fry. Now, mind you, this is what you do in the beginning before you start your rice. But, since I got ahead of myself, which it happens, I'm doing it on the side and I will add it to the rice. This is just to give it an extra flavor. And this is pork stew meat. Okay. So I'll take my whole cutting board over there with me because we've got the onion. And now I just add it into the pot like that. You want to fry it up really good. Pork meat, you want to make sure that it's cooked really well. Okay. I'll add a little bit of seasoning on here. Oil seasoning. Sprinkle a little bit of that on there. Okay. So we'll let that fry. And in the meantime, we can get started on our steak. Okay, I'm going to push this one to the back burner while we're waiting on that meat. Okay. On medium flame. Now the meat. The way we do our meat is we're going to add, I already have it measured here. We're going to add vinegar. And then we'll add lemon to that vinegar. Have some more lemon. Okay. And let that build to a sip to where it's boiling. Okay. Alright guys, I'm just waiting on this to warm up. It's starting to steam a little bit, so looks like we're about ready. And this is what I do. Put some steaks over here. Season them and then put them in there. Okay, so then stick them in there. They cut these steaks a little thick, but I'm hoping that's going to be alright. Usually it's supposed to be much thinner. Season like that. Put it in the pan. I want to get them as even as you can inside the pan. Like they're all getting the marinade, you know, the lemon and the vinegar. Okay, so this is done. Now, I'll add lots of meat tenderizer. This is unseasoned meat tenderizer, so no, my meat's not going to come out salty. You want to make sure you get plenty in there, okay? And I'll sprinkle a little bit more of this over the top. And then next, we're going to put our onions. Like that. Cover the top of the meat with lots of onion. Okay? Got it good enough. Looks like I'm going to have to cut some more. Oh, I think I have a knife in there. Oh, it's smelling bomb in here already. Yes. This is my daughter's favorite steak. She loves when Mama prepares this steak. She's not home right now, but I'm sure when she gets home and sees what Mama made for dinner, she'll be happy. All that onion in there. Okay. And now, I'm going to cover it with foil. And then we'll lower the flame to medium. Now our little meat over here is ready. That's how you want it to be a little bit so nice and fried up. And then you're going to pour it all in there with oil so that it gets the flavor. Okay, now we'll head back to our rice. Since the meat is cooking, I'm going to make sure it's completely covered so that the steam is staying inside the pan. Here, switch hands, and we're going to stir this in here. Get back on track with this. Seasoning. Where's my other? Now you want to add this always to your arroz con gandules. Can you see that? Mm-hmm. All right. It's sazon con culantro y achote. This gives it flavor and color. Okay? And let me get my seasoning from over here. This is when I like to add my seasoning. Okay? When it's coming to a boil. That's fine. It's gonna do that. Now we're gonna add our rice. There's our rice. And got my water here. That. Put that out of the way. This is the seasoning. Now you're gonna stir in your rice and your seasoning. Now you see how it changes the color, that seasoning that I added to it with the chote and culantro. It changes your color, so it gives it that nice orangey color. And so now we're ready to add our water. Okay. I only like to put 3 cups of water when I make it because I add the juice of the gandules in there, and that way your rice doesn't come out all sticky and soggy, you know, because it's supposed to be 4 cups, but minus what you've already added of juice from the gandules, you know, 3 cups is sufficient of water. So now we're gonna let this boil, let it cook, and as soon as it's done, I'll come back with a finished product. This is your arroz con gandules. See? And on the other side, we have our steak. Okay, so we shall return once this is done, and I'll serve it on a plate and show you what it looks like once it's done. Thank you for joining. Remember to like, share, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.